right, everybody wants to know our opinions on WrestleMania, and we predicted that it was going to be bad, and I mean, you know, I'll give it, it's okay. It wasn't bad.
It was good for a normal WWE pay-per-view.
It was better than what they mostly produced lately, but it's not WrestleMania.
WrestleMania has WrestleMania moments, surreal moments that you never thought would happen. The Rock and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. Before that, Austin and The Rock at WrestleMania 17, they had a great match. Austin turned heel and joined Vince, something nobody thought would happen, a big heel turn. That's a surreal moment. A surreal moment is Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels going an hour at WrestleMania.
Yep.
A surreal moment is Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho, or Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle, or Chris Benoit winning the world title for the first time at WrestleMania 20. Those are surreal moments. Now, you name me surreal moments from WrestleMania 23.
Vince McMahon shaved his head.
That's a surreal moment in wrestling history.
Austin gave Trump the stunner.
That's surreal? Don't think so.
You know, what else happened? Taker won the belt again.
A good moment at WrestleMania was Jeff Hardy dropping the leg on Edge and breaking the ladder. Yeah. That was cool.
That was cool. That was very cool. We knew Money in the Bank was going to be good, though. Okay, and let's talk about that. Okay, Benoit and MVP, solid. It could have gone longer and it could have been better, but it was solid. It wasn't bad. Batista, Taker was solid. But let me talk about this, okay? First of all, Taker carried most of that match, and everybody's so shocked that Batista had a decent match. But the thing is, though, is that you're actually saying that this was the best match on the card. Yeah. You want to know why you say that? Because you think Batista sucks, and you can't believe that he actually did something decent. Yeah. So you're settling for mediocrity. All of a sudden, you're making something decent, something great, and it's not even close to great. Nothing. You know, okay. You go over the main spots, you know, Taker dove over the ropes, Batista powerbomb Taker through the announce table, whatever, slammed him. I mean, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. It was more than what you expected out of the match, but it still wasn't much.
Okay. And then what else happened?
Ashley and Melina, the dance-off.
And the billionaire match was garbage, and then you had the main event. There's only 8 matches for the card. Come on now.
And don't forget about Khali and Kane, too.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo!
So that was the show stealer.
And then you had HBK and Cena, and HBK will tell you himself it was a terrible match. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. I thought that HBK sold his ass off. I thought that he busted his ass. He carried that match.
Oh, some good false
But to have him tap out to the STFU, okay, Cena is not a credible submission guy.
He's not a credible champion, period.
To beat Triple H, to beat Benoit, to beat HBK to the STFU, it's just a joke. And Vince, nobody buys it.
No.
Nobody buys it. And let's go over it. Okay, this is my thing now that I've realized. Even after I watched the Hall of Fame and I've watched WrestleMania.
Listen to Dusty Rhodes' speech. Listen to his speech, because in the 1980s and even before that, the guys gave their lives for the business. It wasn't for a paycheck. It wasn't for the fame. It was because they loved wrestling.
But I mean, even in the 90s, even 2000s,
in the 90s,
you had guys that left a legacy.
Yep.
They left a legacy. And when Triple H was mentioned and Dusty Rhodes said, "We're going to miss you," and he cried, you could feel the passion and you could feel the greatness of Triple H for what he has left to the business.
Yep.
You will not get that same thing from John Cena or Bobby Lashley or Batista, because they're not going to beat credible people, because they have no credible people. They're pushing all the wrong superstars, and their legacy is nothing. They don't have any more honor. They don't have any great matches anymore. I mean, there's solid matches to maybe every now and then there's a really great match to talk about, but I mean, overall, it's terrible. Three great matches a year?
Yep. And what did WrestleMania do for their future? It did nothing.
Nothing.
Undertaker won the championship, okay? He's on his way out. John Cena retained the championship. Everybody's tired of seeing him.
And why did people only care about those matches? Because HBK and Undertaker were in them.
And not just because they are superstars. They are great wrestlers that will be remembered for a long time after they are done with the business.
And I understand why a lot of WWE fans hate us, because you're a new generation. Our generation is HBK. Our generation is Triple H. Our generation is Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. Our generation is even Hulk Hogan. Your generation is Cena and Lashley and Umaga and Batista, and we hate that. we're never going to get along with you two with you guys if you actually think that we're going to respect your opinions over supporting sports entertainment garbage, because it's not about wrestling anymore. It's not about how great of a match you can have. It's about money and entertainment.
Yep, and that's why we are fans of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, because they are about passion. They are about emotion. They are about having great matches. They're about going out there and leaving a legacy in the ring.
And yet you people want to bash TNA for doing what everything that the wrestling business should be about.
That is what it is about.
Granted, they have their faults. And people keep on saying we don't mention them, but we do. We do mention their faults. But damn it, it's way, 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 way better than the WWE. It's not even close. People are like, hey man, I bet TNA's worried now after that great show. WrestleMania crapped all over TNA. Are you kidding me? Have you watched TNA?
They have already beat and surpassed WrestleMania.
When you tell us that WrestleMania is better than anything TNA's done in the last couple of years, I know you're not watching TNA. I know that for a fact. Or you have no clue what real wrestling is.
You had your time to shine as WWE wrestling fans, and the WWE, once again, in my opinion, lets the fans down. And now it's our time. It's our time, because Lockdown is coming April 15th.
And they've already sold 5,600 tickets.
Biggest crowd yet.
5,600 tickets.
Biggest show yet. The card is great on paper, and it's going to be an even better show. And we know it. And we're going to be there live to experience it. And you know what? I feel sorry for all the WWE fans, because they will never have an experience like that in their lifetime if they don't go to a TNA show.
One more couple things. Edge wants the belt again. And if that means that he has to feud with John Cena, are you kidding me? You know, if WWE was smart, they would push CM Punk, they would push Elijah Burke, they would push Johnny Nitro, they would push Benoit to put over some young talent, maybe like a Ken Kennedy. Have Benoit champion, have Ken Kennedy beat him. Then he's credible.
And Ken Kennedy's Mr. Money in the Bank. Well, guess what? He's already jobbed to Taker.
By Batista and Taker.
And he lost to Lashley.
So what are they doing? And Cena is getting booed out of the building. The Smart Mark fans hate him, and the 14-year-old little kids love him. Now, if you want to choose the 14-year-old little kids who have their parents pay for their cable bill, or have the Smart Mark fans who bleed wrestling and love wrestling and will support it no matter what, but see, that's what pisses me off about you, Vince. What pisses me off about you is you're going to pick some little 14-year-old kid because he buys a T-shirt at your event over somebody that buys a
But he doesn't buy the T-shirt. His parents buy the T-shirt.
Parents buy it.
To make him happy.
What has Cena proved? And how have ratings gone skyrocket? They haven't.
No, they haven't.
The bottom line is people are going to watch whatever the WWE produces because they think it's the only show in town, or they're too emotionally stuck, or they love the WWE so long that they want it to be better and they just have hopes it's going to get better, but it's not, people. I'm telling you it's not.
The smart marks of this business are the people that actually go out and tell the casual fans to watch. Because anybody who comes in and has a wrestling shirt on, I'm always like, hey, you know about TNA wrestling? And they'll say yes, or they'll say no, and then I'll tell them what time it's on and to check it out. You know?
It's always about promoting the business. We've never been ashamed about loving wrestling. We'll wear our wrestling t-shirts in public. We love wrestling, and WWE is nothing but an entertainment soap opera joke. And maybe, just maybe, you might get a great match out of them. Maybe 3 times a year, maybe 4. TNA, 6 great matches on 1 pay-per-view. Top that.